With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but always fine as long as Shaz benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to ward because his code can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machinist, snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if bad to fun, if trials can't see if ours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is dead to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and fatty life and all his strife while forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't actor as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and a win is in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not light. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again. It's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Monday the 27th of May 2024. I hope you're all doing very well indeed and I hope you had a very enjoyable weekend. I am back. I wasn't here Sunday, but I'm back for Monday for some fresh bingo antics. Phil's stream is not live yet. He's busy blethering away in his chat to his audience about fucking Street Fighter shit. Somebody tried to explain to him. In fact, hold on. It's gone.
She's a big fucking bitch.
He leaned a message. So thank you very much for sort of Paradox for the super chat who says, well Jad, what do you make of the Tory policy that will have us doing national service then? I have a lot of feelings about this. They're trying to appeal to a demographic which didn't have to fucking endure national service themselves, because national service was abolished after the Second World War, or maybe even fucking before it. But the generation of people that are all for national service to happen now were not alive at the time when it was fucking in place to begin with. So the Tories are just trying their best to appeal to the older demographic as per usual, thinking that it'll show those youngsters fucking, you know, what for and all that shit. That's a completely different topic altogether, of course. You know what I mean? I've got some interesting opinions to say the fucking least, but you know. Yeah, it's a bit of a desperation ploy, it feels like, from the... I mean, Dash says it was the 60s, it was abolished, but no, I mean, maybe officially, but no, it was something that goes back even further than that, I think, properly, but fuck it. I don't know. It just, to me, it's a desperation policy thing from the Tories, but that's a completely different thing altogether. His chat, okay, this is, so yeah, Paradox, thank you very much for the super chat. Personally, you know, well, I'm not a big fan of fucking Tories. I'm not a big fan of politicians in general, you know what I mean? Because I think most politicians are out for themselves. So, yeah, I think they're just fucking... I'm sure some of them mean well to begin with, but then they're fucking influenced by the power, by money, by particular people fucking nudging them in certain directions, and before you fucking know it, they're all fucking corrupt as all hell. That's just my fucking take on politics anyway, as uneducated as it is. But yeah, Phil had somebody in his chat there tell him that the average... So, hold on. I'm going to find it. I'm actually going to fucking find this. Because Phil leaned it. He actually leaned the fucking chat thing. Let's go to Raw Phil. Where's Raw Phil? Fucking Raw Phil here. It wasn't even that... Fucking pause. It wasn't even that far away ago. So, hold on. Let me go here. Blah, 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 blah. Here. This is what Phil leaned. This fucking chat right here. Bush Wookie. PC averages 2 frames of input lag. PlayStation 5 about 4. The fastest any human can possibly react is in 16 frames, so even if you were to get less input lag, it won't make a difference. That is somebody just spitting straight facts towards Phil Burnhill, and he felt compelled to lean that fucking message from his chat. That shit was gone from his fucking chat. I don't know why he felt I had to fucking ban that particular message. Maybe Phil thinks, oh, that's going to fucking contradict my fucking narrative of trying to beg for a goddamn PC. Who knows? But all I know is that Phil has leaned and banned somebody's message already, and it wasn't even that, you know, it wasn't even a nasty thing that was said. all it was basically fucking confirming to Phil, even if you have less input lag, you're still not going to make a fucking difference in how you play. I guess Phil saw that as a personal insult, somehow. Why is the stream not live yet? Let me refresh it. Oh, balls it is live. It just didn't bring an update for me. Son of a bitch. I do apologise for you guys having to hear some of the shitey music. I was trying to avoid forcing that crap on you, but it is what it is, nothing I can do. Bugged bingo mechanics and all jazz, or bugged Phil's stream mechanics. Fuck me, man. Yeah, I got no idea why Phil decided to fucking ban that person's message. It was very strange, very odd indeed. So yeah. He says, asking what's up with the constipated face on Phil's thumbnail here. Well, that was Phil taking a bite or something he didn't like. That was from his Saturday marathon stream when he was eating food. He didn't like what he was eating. You know, he was quite displeased to say the very least. His Pubbin says, how did the DMC strike affect you the latest round? I mean, the latest round for me personally was a week or two ago on Twitter. Since then I've not seen anything, so I might, if it's happened again, I've not seen anything or I've not been impacted by it. So, but yeah, the Twitter thing from like a week or two ago was the last time I heard of anything. If it's happened again, I've avoided it this time. But I don't usually post much anyway in terms of like Phil's footage on Twitter, so it's rare that I fucking get hit, that kind of thing. But yeah, I seem to have avoided this time. Okay, we have a plan for today, okay guys? We have a little plan for today. I was going to watch some of this video that Hate Army made, titled Babe, Wake Up, It's Sunday and DSP is ranting about documentaries and trolls. I was going to, so I'm going to watch some of this, okay? When Phil goes live, we're going to go to live Phil. We're not going to build up much speed up juice, because we'll get plenty of chance to build it up later on. Prophet has demanded to have a blever. Now, I usually don't fucking do this sort of thing, because it's like, you know, I've got work tomorrow, I don't want to fucking go too long. He knows I don't want, I'm not looking for fucking a massive ranty fucking thing, but he is determined, he is adamant on having a rant when Phil brings up Street Fighter 6 on PC. So yeah, when Phil starts talking about that, I assume we'll have plenty of time to build up some speed up juice as Prophet gets his rant on when it comes to talking about PC and technology and all that jazz. Prophet, you're free to come on. You are free to come on. It's just a case of like, you know, there's room for a rant, but not room for like a fucking whole stream long rant or whatever. But yeah, by all means, I'll say, but share your expertise. You know, I'm always a fan of, you know, people sharing their knowledge and expertise and all that jazz. You know what I mean? But you come on and do it now then. I mean, do people know the context yet? I mean, well, the context is Phil has been talked into looking into trying to get Street Fighter 6 or PC by that guy, and you know, his friend he was playing on Friday. Was it Friday night? He was playing his friend, and apparently they're kind of trying to talk Phil into trying to get Street Fighter 6 or PC. That Brian guy, yeah. That's again a context, essentially. I mean, Prophet, if you want to, you know, rant about it now, you can, by all means. I mean, now's a good time as any. It'll help us build up plenty of speed up, just put it that way. So, whenever you're ready, pal, I'm ready. Because, yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, I don't understand why he's thinking of buying the game for a third time. He bought a $100 version of the game for Xbox, then he bought the $100 version for PlayStation 5, and now he's genuinely thinking about buying the fucking game on PC as well. It's bizarre to me. It's utterly bizarre. Prophet,
hey.
Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Welcome. Okay, rant away, good sir. And let me just get this on screen because you said we're going to need this. There we go. So, we have a thing on screen. The floor is yours to have a rant about Phil thinking about getting Street Fighter 6 for PC.
Yeah, so basically, this comes down to that idiot Brian that he played on Friday, who hasn't played ranked Street Fighter since, at the earliest, is October 2023. That was the last time he actually played ranked. Phil says he's some kind of FGC player. He's won tournaments. Nobody can find anything on this whatsoever. It's just, this is the same Brian guy that he played Apex Legends with and then got pissed off because the viewers wanted to see Brian more than Phil.
Yeah, people enjoy Brian more, and Phil didn't like that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, Brian had told Phil on Friday, gaslit him pretty good about how playing on PC, that PC players have access to higher refresh rate monitors like 120 hertz. This is false because the consoles support 120 hertz, both the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. And Phil's PC supports 100, or Phil's TV supports 120 hertz. Sony X90J. So Phil is thinking that only PC players have access to this tech, which isn't true. So he's going to attempt today to install Street Fighter 6 on that mini PC.
So he's bought it
And
already
it's
for
not-
PC.
He's going to try the demo, supposedly. It's going to be the demo.
Right, okay.
And it's probably not going to work out the box. He does need a driver update for better support, because the driver in the system is like 5 years old that it comes with. It's unclear. When I bought the mini PC, Windows Update did not force a driver. So he's probably way out of date on his driver itself. He's going to need to do that. And he's going to need to use the Reshade mod for Street Fighter 6 so he can get something like FSR or XESS running, so that he can run the game at 640 by 480 and then upscale it to 1080p.
Right, okay. So it's funny that the PC version wouldn't make much difference. I mean, from my understanding, usually PC does have an advantage in some aspects in terms of like how it runs or things you can do to try and play better, or training packs or whatever. Or, you know, there's a lot of mods you can install, whatever. So there's probably some advantages to PC when it comes to training to a degree, I imagine.
What Brian is discussing is basically what I like to call the Arturo Sanchez effect. They're going to make shit up for PC to give an excuse as to why they suck, right?
Right.
The problem is, it's a game like Street Fighter 6, or it doesn't matter, Tekken 8, Mortal Kombat 1, Guilty Gear, it doesn't matter. These games are hard locked due to their competitiveness, right? It's like these are competitive games that are played at tournaments. So they try to get them as close to possible on all consoles, including PC, just to make sure that everybody is kind of playing on the same level. Right. Now, there can be things like where you can overclock your polling rate for your controller. Now, this varies from controller to controller, right? If you're using an Xbox controller, it's locked at 124 hertz. But if you're using a PlayStation 5 controller, it can go as high as 1000 hertz. Right. Now, in a game like Street Fighter 6, this doesn't make a difference. The game is hard locked. The engine is hard locked. Overclocking your polling rate might get you a millisecond to 2 milliseconds of reduced input lag. It's not going to make a difference. Now, in a game like Rocket League or a game like Call of Duty, overclocking your polling rate can net you like 8 milliseconds. That's the engine. But a game like Street Fighter 6, it's not going to help. Basically, 120 hertz screen is what you want. You want to have something like FreeSync 2 Premium or some type of VRR NVIDIA G-Sync to help with frame pacing. And then you're going to want to have V-Sync enabled alongside those, so it locks your FPS to the G-Sync or FreeSync range. It will not add input lag.
And it's just funny because also Phil thinks he knows better than everyone else when it comes to this sort of thing. He generally thought the fucking VPNs added fucking lag and all that shit.
Yeah, and we proved that one wrong. We lowered World of Warcraft by 30 milliseconds. Like that was a joke. So when it comes down to it, this is gonna be funny. For me, it's gonna be hilarious to watch this happen.
I can imagine so. Yeah.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, Street Fighter 6 is not gonna work on my mini PC," and then we're gonna get a segue into what kind of PC do I need to run Street Fighter 6? Well, of course, you gotta have like a fucking 7950X AMD Ryzen CPU with dual 4090s and 256 gigs of RAM and Samsung 990 Pros and RAID 0.
Jesus, man.
Everybody knows that, right? Like it's like, no, Street Fighter 6, fuck, I play it on my notebook, it has a 1070 in it.
Yeah.
Runs awesome 1080p 60, no problem.
It's funny, it's just gonna be that sort of shit show where it's like, I don't know, he
like,
pretends
as you can
he's not
see
taking it seriously. He's pretending that he's not a serious fucking fighting game player. And yet look at the fucking stops he's pulling out, trying to fucking get an extra fucking frame or two of an advantage over his competitors.
Like, you look at his setup the way it is. The biggest issue for Phil is that capture card. It's a great capture card. It captures 1080p 60, but it only outputs 4K 60 using HDMI 1.4. That means there's no HDR, no VRR, no eARC, no 120 hertz. That's really going to hurt Phil, and that's going to increase. Who's that?
That was the Moki popping our membership message.
The biggest issue is going to be that capture card, because Phil is probably adding 40 to 50 milliseconds of input delay. But again, if you look at that, that's only between 2 and 3 frames of input lag.
Yeah.
So it's really not that much. But that's because Phil is forced to play at 60 hertz with no VRR. And then with Phil enabling like 1080p 60 through his Xbox console, it changes the way the signaling works. I believe it should be FLR, and he's like in TMSD or something, and it'll change the color and actually increase latency as well. So he's fucked himself up pretty bad.
The thing is,
because he just doesn't know what he's doing.
The thing I don't get as well, oh fuck's sake, he's actually got a fucking special side-by-side fucking video he made up. Like, you guys did it, it was a fucking mock.
Yeah, it was him and Brian.
Yeah. Oh, it looks fucking terrible. But the thing that surprised me was, where's the video? He's playing Brian, right? Which is this guy here, right? So here we go. Here's his fucking video. And like the connection,
100 millisecond lag.
Yeah, it's like 2 dropped frames on average or whatever, and it's fucking yellow connection, and there's a whole bunch of fucking lag to it. And these are the sort of connections that Phil cries and bitches and whines about on the constant.
And yet he never did it.
But for whatever reason, it's
on Friday night he never complained.
It's perfectly acceptable for Brian to have that connection or whatever. There's no issues whatsoever, and Phil can play him competitively, and he knows what he's fucking doing. There's a back and forth thing, and Brian wants some, and Phil wants some, and all. So it's like, it makes no sense to me why Phil can do somewhat average or whatever against somebody with a worse connection, but when he's got his green bar connections, 30 millisecond ping or whatever, get let shit. Two frames rollback, 96 millisecond connection. These are.
Yeah, he complained. He said, he's like, oh, 18 milliseconds, yeah, that means the next 18 inputs are dropped. And it's like, that's one frame. 16 milliseconds is one frame. Phil's pinging 18, and it's like, you have 1 millisecond, you have 1 frame of delay. At most.
And Phil's pretending that he can fucking react in time when most people fucking, not even fucking Formula 1 drivers could react that fucking fast. With an extra
the average human reaction time is 220 milliseconds. That's the average human reaction time.
It's mental.
So it's like, Phil's complaining about 1 to 2 milliseconds, and it's like, yeah, Phil, you're not that quick.
But he likes to fucking.
And it's like, you look at the people that he faces online during multiplayer, they don't have a problem doing their combos. They're getting dropped inputs or whatever, right? Like, who is it? Somebody posted on Friday of Phil's base. Somebody posted, Phil banned him in chat and told him, it's like, yeah, I looked at one of your replays with the things on. It's like you're entering the
oh, I've seen that message.
The button config properly. Yeah, and then Phil banned the guy quickly and said, no, it doesn't register them correctly. You can't trust that. And it's like, yeah, it does.
It's crazy. I mean, also, the game will register what you press and what technologies you fucking pressed. That's one thing or whatever. But I've said this before as well, and Phil won't do it because he's a little bit of a bitch. But if Phil actually fucking had some sort of fucking layout on the screen, so not the game, obviously he could have his inputs be shown on screen for his chat to see, which would be separate from the game recognising those fucking inputs, because obviously it's a different kind of setup in OBS, which means you're doing it through that, and it means your chat can see what you're pressing.
Yeah, and even Peace said this about, like, he go into training mode, but he won't enable his button configs, and he won't enable the button overlay, and he won't enable the frame time overlay.
Because of fucking complete and
then he's like,
his narrative, exactly, because he does not want anyone fucking pointing out his fucking errors and faults and say, Phil, you did this wrong, you did that wrong, because it would show up his fucking, his faults, and he can't afford to have that because his word is the only law it's allowed on his streams.
Yeah, like, if you come in, like, how many times have we debunked Phil with, like, cold hard facts, and Phil just, nope.
Lost count.
And it's like, Yeah, like it happens every day with Phil. Like this image that we have currently on the screen,
Sorry,
or
yeah.
we just have it on the screen.
There you go.
That's the Nigel Woodall's test. I've done my own, so I'll have my own graphs. I do have a video now planned because I was gone all weekend. Like I told you, I was out at the lake. So when I got home last night, my phone was just like everybody want to know, is this true? What is he going to do? What's going to happen? So I'll do a video. I got to combine a couple videos though into one so that I can explain this better. But I will have a video coming out. I am going to start working on it today. But this is going to be a hard beg into a new PC.
Oh yeah, this is primarily
I
what
think
Phil
we're really
wants.
going to see
He
it.
wants a very cool, future-proof gaming PC, so he can fucking be up there with the big boys, not shit, and have no excuses and play all the fucking hype PC games and no input lag and all that shit.
Yeah, he's going full in for a new PC now. Even though he could probably just use his mini PC to do streaming because it's perfectly viable for 4K 60. But like playing games on it, like we saw on the weekend, like I watched the Hades thing and I'm like, you got Hades on high, but it's like 45 frames per second, and I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man. But well, cheers, man, for coming on and sharing your own your thoughts and whatever. Before you vanish, give a number. Give me a random number.
69.
Alright, okay, so there's a bingo card picked by Profit, so there we go. 69, hopefully it wins. Cheers for sharing your thoughts and whatever, and good for, also good luck making that video later on as well. Hopefully it all goes to plan, you get it out soon.
Okay, thanks man. Talk to you later.
Catch you later, man. Cheers, bye. Well, that's a good thing. We managed to get some speed up just built up, but we had Profit get his ranted away. Two birds with one stone, in my opinion. So let me go to 1.25 speed right off the bat there, and also we can now okay, let's go back to the bingo card. the bingo card, we actually have I'll just randomise the background first of all, randomise a few times on there. And we'll then enter number 69 as picked by Profit. Who would have guessed he would have picked that number? I can't believe I didn't guess it myself. So here is today's bingo card for us for this Monday bingo session. We need Phil to say life, him discussing the weather, him saying percent, tips and help. The second row is Phil doing a Y or a T pose, him being all siege mode, which is where he folds and crosses his arms when he's talking to the camera, him saying literally, by the way, and him leaning into the microphone to do a creepy whisper. The third row is Phil saying oh, basically him snorting, him saying addition, and him flailing his arms. The fourth row is Phil saying absolutely, react, sound good, example and shocked, and the fifth and final row is Phil saying honest, him chewing some water, him saying fuck, reality, and finally him giving somebody a good old fashioned leaning ban. I'm taking that now.
Burger.
You wanna know why? Because I saw him ban somebody in his chat for fucking saying Phil, it's not going to matter what the fucking, if you play on PC or you play on console, you don't react, humans don't react fast enough for a difference. And he banned that chat. He banned that message. So yeah, I'm fucking taking that straight away. Before we continue, big up to Emokiness for popping that membership message for 4 months, saying dropping by to say hi. Hope everyone is having a fucking great Monday and are looking after yourselves. Also felt as a cunt. Could not agree more, Muckiness. Thank you very much. Hope you're enjoying your Monday and all. I'm having a good old time. I mean, I'm enjoying my day off. It's a bank holiday today, so I don't have to work today. And I had a wee night away with my good lady last night. That was a fun night as well. We had a wee dinner, we had a few drinks, stayed all night in Glasgow in a wee hotel, And yeah, back today, back home and back for bingo and all that jazz. So we're all good, So yeah, so having a grand old wee time. So yeah, anyway, so bingo today. So we're running out of days in a month to try and add to a bingo prize fund. As you guys know, we try and get a full house, 25 out of 25 on a bingo board achieved for you. If I manage to do that, we'll add $25 to that bingo prize fund. If you want to win a chance of winning half of that bingo prize fund, though, you've got to make sure you've got a comment on a community post, which is linked in the description of this live stream. If you haven't done it yet, do it for the end of the month so you don't have a chance of winning half that bingo prize when we have a marble race to determine who gets to win the big prize. Half of it goes to charity, half of it will go to one unlucky marble. There we go. There's a variety of ways for us to get free spaces on a bingo card received for you. For example, if Phil snorts or burps 10 times before he starts recording for his shitty gameplay, that gives us a free space. And if we get 100 likes on this bingo stream before we finish playing bingo, not only will that give us a free space as well, but you guys also get to enjoy the bubble animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate 100 likes. So you guys are in direct control of one of the ways we can get a free space. The rest are controlled by Phil and his bizarre bodily functions, and I think we're just going to crack on with the bingo and get on with it. Is it? Let's see. Is he going to have a short intro or a long intro today? Oh, he's going to have a short intro. Fucking hurry for that. So let's just prepare for that, I guess. Okay. Well, I think there's one more thing left for me to do before we start the show, and that's to press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle once more.
Hello there.
I guess that'll do. Good luck, everybody. Here we fucking go. We're already one down because he banned somebody. 24 to go.
Good morning, everybody. On today's show, we got a lot of stuff to talk about when it comes to Street Fighter 6. Last night, I did some experimentation and investigation. I can't wait to share the results of that with you because I found it hilarious. But in addition, are you aware that the lowest tier character in Street Fighter 6 just won a major tournament? Plus, today we'll be checking out various characters, finishing Hellblade 2, lots of good stuff coming. All this and more on today's episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
What an absolute cunt. I'll just fast forward past this fucking boring cuntiness. This might be a rough one today, guys.
Alrighty, happy Monday, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. Today is Memorial Day in the United States, and for those who don't know, this is the day when traditionally we sit back and celebrate and remember those who have served in our armed forces, and particularly those who made the ultimate sacrifice, those who gave their lives to protect us and to make sure that we have the freedoms that are promised to us by our Constitution. And so I just want to take a brief moment before we even begin with today's show to say thank you to anyone out there who has served in the U.S. Armed Forces, and of course, to say ultimately thank you so much to those who have sacrificed everything so that we can be free. I wish that was how everyone celebrated Memorial Day. Various different people, do it different ways.
Well, you complained like 2 years ago about the fucking your YouTube payment being delayed because of Memorial Day. Like Phil legitimately fucking said fuck Memorial Day, saying, because his YouTube payment was a day late. He was super pissed off about his YouTube payment being delayed by a day because of Memorial Day, bank holiday weekend, and he was furious about this. So Phil doesn't care about Memorial fucking Day. He only cares about himself, as per usual.
For example,
was it President's Day? I thought it was Memorial Day. I thought it was fucking Memorial Day that Phil was pissed off about, but it may have been President's Day. I could have sworn it was Memorial Day. I don't know. It has been a wee while, but one of these days anyway, Phil was pissed off about because it delayed his precious fucking YouTube payment by a whole day.
Wish that was how everyone celebrated Memorial Day. Various different people, do it different ways. For example, some people will get together with their family and friends today and have a cookout. And I think that's a good way to celebrate American life. Go outside, grill some food, have some good times, and play some sports, have a few brewskis, right? But then again, other people celebrate in a different way, shopping. And that I don't understand. Like, you have every other day of the year that you could go out and shop, and you choose a day when you should be, like, celebrating the freedom of American life to just go spend more money. That gets me. I don't understand that. When I see stuff like Memorial Day sales, I'm like, man, it just never ends for these companies, right? Anyway, if you are an American today, happy Memorial Day, no matter how you celebrate it. I would like to say thanks to those of you who are actually celebrating it today here with me on stream. Now, I am aware that I have an international audience. Likely half of you in the chat right now probably aren't even American, and therefore this doesn't affect you in any way. So for me, it's business as usual. It's just a normal streaming day. But again, if you celebrate it, have a good day, be safe and responsible, okay? All right. So today is Monday, May 27, 2024. May is coming to a close, and now we are in full swing into awesome new stuff. We've got the Street Fighter 6 patch that came out that released Akuma and all these balance changes, which I haven't even dabbled in them yet, right? I played Akuma so many streams, I didn't even have a chance to actually investigate how the characters that I play with have changed, which I've heard is huge changes for a few of them that I'm very eager to explore. We've got a bunch of indie games that I played on Saturday, 3 of which I'm strongly considering bringing into the rotation in some capacity.
Who fucking cares?
So that I can, get a variety of games over the next several weeks, which I think would be awesome. I was shocked that 3 of them were actually quite good and probably stuff that I would want to play again. And then in addition to that, if you're not aware, tomorrow we have the release of Multiverses. It's back. After a year and a half gone from existence, Multiverses returns as a full release tomorrow with good stuff. New characters, balance changes, the whole gameplay's slightly differently, and I'm excited to try that out. So we've got a lot on the horizon balancing all this stuff. In addition, we're finishing Hellblade 2 tonight, which is around 2 hours left, so I'm excited to finish it on my late stream and see how the game ends. And also, Fallout 4 has to come back into the mix. I know you guys are really enjoying the Fallout 4 playthrough. Obviously, this last week with all of this crazy new stuff going on, it went on hiatus, but it will come back tomorrow. So, holy moly, right? so much going on. This is good. It's good to have this much going on this early in the year. Or I should say this early in the summer is what I meant to say. I like having more to do and too much to do than not enough. When you have not enough, then you're kind of figuring out, oh, how do I cram this in? Does people want this or this? Sometimes you have to pick a game and not everyone likes it. But in this case, we are full speed ahead with the coverage of all this new stuff that I'm very excited for. Okay? So here's the thing. Very briefly, let's cover yesterday's React streams. Because I have a couple quick updates. What I really want to talk about today is Street Fighter 6 because I have a bunch of things to talk about. Like I said, last night, listen to this. When I went offline from broadcasting my late night stream, I actually experimented with Street Fighter 6 on my mini PC. Okay? There's good news and bad news. The good news is it actually ran. The bad news is there was a lot of sacrifices. Okay? So I'm going to talk about this on today's show.
What the fuck does he mean by sacrifices? Does he mean like the settings he has to fucking use to play it or some push?
And some things that I found out experimenting with it. Okay? Cool. So, anyway, let's talk about yesterday's streams briefly, and then let's get into the Street Fighter 6 discussion, because like I said, there's a lot to talk about today. So, first of all, yesterday was React Day. Coming off of a big Indies marathon on Saturday, it was fun to basically not do any gameplay on Sunday and break it up and do a little bit of a different stuff. On the first stream, it was our usual DSP versus the Internet Clips show on the DSP Reacts channel.
Let me just fucking sum up for you how yesterday fucking went for Phil Burnell. Okay? I don't need to use it. We can have Game of Face Gaming fucking sum up for us. The night stream got him $150. Phil Burnell, watching the content he made with his friends back in the day, Phil Burnell managed to squeeze $150 from exploiting his former friends. And he was given an unlimited number of Argentinian memberships as well on that throwback channel. You know, I think the Argentinian member bombs like back in full force. The day stream got him 17 buckaroos. Only $17 in a day stream and $10 of that was from Tarantula MS. So, yeah. Not a great day stream for Phil Burnell, but a night stream he managed to get $150 dues. He wore a special fucking Sonic hat, and he was a very happy boy because he got to fucking exploit his former friends once more for personal financial gain.
Good variety of clips this week. Particularly, there were a few clips that people, I think, really wanted me to watch, like this Nick Rikita, clip of him that he got arrested and was arraigned, and I guess there was a group of people who really wanted to see me watch that. I don't really know why. I think, sadly, there's a group of people on the internet.
Before you even continue what you're about to fucking say, you are about to shit your own audience here. You're fucking shit talking your own audience for fucking telling you. These are your members. This is not your audience. This is people that paid to be a member of your channel who want you to react to this shit. So you could have chosen no. In fact, you have some criteria in place to what you choose to react to and not react to. And you could have just said, no, I'm not reacting to that. But instead, you went and did react to it. And then you're going to fucking pretend to take some sort of moral high ground stance in it. When the easier and simpler thing to do would just say, no, I'm not reacting to that. It's low cow fucking shit or whatever, you know. You could have very easily just said, not doing that. I refuse to react to that kind of content. Instead, he's done it. And now he's going to fucking pretend to have some sort of moral high ground.
Love this kind of toxic culture of laughing at people, right? And they like seeing the mighty fall, correct? And in this case, here's a guy who I guess years and years ago, criticized me. He covered my bankruptcy. I know that sounds weird. I want to repeat that. He covered my bankruptcy as content for his channel. He thought that my personal financial distress and ruin was entertaining content for the internet.
It was, so. Your bankruptcy records are public. Anyone had the right to fucking look at that and cover it. Because that's the way the law works in your country. It was a public bankruptcy. You didn't hack into some sort of fucking financial institution to try and check your records. No, this is something that was free for anyone to do. Because that's how bankruptcies work in America. It's all public records.
That's how some people are, okay? And I think what it is back then, he did a lot of streams making fun of me and saying he had advice for me and stuff like that. And then here we are 4 years later, and the guy just got arrested for drug possession and all kinds of stuff. And now people...
Well, are you going to neglect the fact that you once said you would not piss on Nick Rikita if he was on fire? I'm pretty sure Phil Bonnell said on his own stream he wouldn't even piss on him if he was on fire. But yeah, look at him now dunking on Nick because, times went badly for them, and it looks like, Nick's gone down a very bad rabbit hole, and he's he's in jail and everything else. And I'm not fully caught up in the situation, but it's messed up. It is messed the fuck up. Here's Phil pretending to not care. Here he is pretending to be fucking. I don't know why people are fucking liking this shit. I don't know. He's pretending to not care. And at the same time, he's happily dunking in the guy with his smug little fucking face, pretending that he doesn't care, but secretly inside, he's thrilled to fucking bits that someone else that wronged him once or twice back in the fucking day for daring to have an opinion on Phil's very public bankruptcy has got his own fucking comeuppance and is now fucking going through shit himself.
But like, oh, how the mighty have fallen. Let's have Phil watch the clip. Well, if you see me watch the clip, you're going to see I don't really care. The truth is this, all right? I go about my way making the content that I feel is meaningful to my audience and no one else. I'm not trying to make content that slams someone or harms someone or brings people down or stomps on people so that I can make a living. I've never done that. You haven't noticed. I've never played the drama game, the gossip game. I don't want to be part of that culture, that whole lolcow volcano of nonsense. I try to stay away from it for the greater part of a year now. I've done everything I possibly can to stay away from that for the better. I feel like this channel, this community is better keeping me away from that toxic stuff, right? So
Parallelogram Yosef tipped £1. Don't worry lad. I P1SS on you on fire or not. After I take me swig of radiator fluid and spill some on your face. Heart.
Thank you very much, Parallelogram Yosef, for your kindness, I guess. Thank you very much. If I was on fire, at least I know that, you'd be there to make sure I wouldn't be on fire for fucking wrong. For long. Oh my god, okay, I'm going to stay away from any flammable material just to make sure you don't get to fucking live out that fantasy of yours, but thank you very much for the tip, Yosef. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, it's just funny because people say, hey, watch this clip, and they think that I'm going to react in a certain way. It's like, what did you think I was going to do? That I was going to revel in it and jump up and say, ha ha ha, I'm so happy that this guy who thought he knew better than me and said that he was better than me and was going to give me advice is now falling? No. In fact, it's the opposite. I feel sad. I feel sad. I feel like, I wish that people, that bad things didn't happen to people. Because here's the thing, and this is an interesting take, I think, that a lot of people maybe don't agree with me or just don't think about, all right? If people were actually having a happy time and a good life, they probably wouldn't have to be toxic to others to get ahead. You understand what I'm saying? Like, do you really think that some of these people just want to sit there just tearing down others all day to get ahead? I mean, for me, like, maybe I would, if it's someone I really don't like let's say there's someone who I feel like has really strongly wronged me, or just a real vile person, right? Maybe like the first time I did it, I'd like, let me get this off my chest, let me rag on this person, right? And it will feel good the first time. But to constantly go back to the well and keep ragging on people, and then have to find a new person every day, a new drama story, a new insulting story, a new thing to say, ha ha ha, how this person messed up, this person's in trouble, this person, gossip, right? That would drive me insane. Like, I find no pleasure in seeing other people get hurt. And maybe that's different than how other people think. Maybe I'm just wired differently. I really don't. I don't want to see other people get hurt. You know what it is? I think it's because when I was younger, I was a troll in the Street Fighter community, and I did find pleasure in the pain of others. And I think I've just gotten, mature enough that I've grown out of it. Like, I don't want to see others fail and stumble and suffer. Because, by the way, when these people have these issues, also affects the people around them. Like Nick, he has a family, he has kids, and now everyone's affected by that, right? So, people wanted me to watch this clip, and I watched it, and I watched it for like maybe 10 minutes, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm watching it for. Like, I'm not gonna be happy that this guy is in a bad part of his life and has made mistakes. I'm not gonna rag on the guy or insult him. That's not me. Like, to me, I'm watching the clip, and the only thing I'm reacting to is that, wow, these courts have no idea how to do anything professionally. During my own bankruptcy hearing, we had people calling into the call, impersonating people, and there was no way to actually confirm anyone's identity, and that was just okay, according to the court. Like, sure. In this case, with Nick's hearing, people are calling in constantly and saying, and it's all unprofessional. You can't even hear what anyone's saying in the hearing. It's like, you can't hear anything at all. It's just, all the audio is terrible. And you got someone who goes on and starts, like, screaming and yelling at him. It's like, dude, what is this? This is supposed to be, like, a professional thing, and this is what they do. Here's a guy at the lowest point of his life, and now he has to deal with internet trolls? Like, what the fuck is wrong with America, right? So anyway, that's my take. It's like, I don't know what people want of me. If you're coming here for drama, you're coming to the wrong place. That's just not me as a person. I want what's best for others. Here's the thing. For some people, if today is a bad day for someone, it's a good day for them because they profit off of someone else's mistakes or misery. For me, I don't care. I want nothing to do with anyone who's having a bad time. I don't give a crap. I wouldn't have even cared about Nick at all if people didn't submit that clip for my react show. I wouldn't have said a word about it. I don't give a crap. You know, not my business, honestly, to talk about. So that was like the one highlight I would say of the react show. Outside of that, there was the usual stuff, some documentary style stuff, some comedy skits, all kinds of funny stuff, good stuff on the react show. For whatever reason, second week in a row, DSP versus the internet got almost no support at all. And what I mean by that is, as I've told you guys, all right, this is the situation where that channel, the DSP Reacts channel, doesn't make me much or any revenue because the videos frequently get demonetized because I'm reacting to other people's content.
Well, you get paid money anyway up front by people becoming members. When people become members, that's how they submit the videos to you in the first place. The stream's essentially already paid for thanks to the generosity of members giving you money so they can submit videos for you to have content for. So it's essentially, they've already paid for it with their memberships and then submitting the videos for you to react to. And anything you make on your streams is essentially just, you know, that's just fucking the cherry on top or whatever. That's just additional fucking, you know, flavour. You've already made your money, in my opinion, when you fucking have these memberships submit videos for you from the memberships, and it's 4 times a month, as you say. You have people that are like, you like fucking what, 10 or 20 super ultra gifted membership levels or some pish giving you fucking videos. You're making hundreds on that per month, that channel. So what's the big fucking deal? I don't know. It just blows my fucking mind.
fucking bitch.
Thank you very much to Larry for the super chat. I'm going to need to fix that fucking image. I thought I had the right image. It was the wrong image. I need to fix that. But yeah, thank you Larry for the super chat. It says, excuse me for not being in the comments. I'm very busy. I'll be back all day. Your dry wit keeps me saying, hey, Larry, don't worry about the comments. But you know, people, it surprises me how many people actually are in the chat but they don't talk. You know, which is perfectly fine. Some people just enjoy the bingo or whatever, you know what I mean, or fucking hearing my Scottish accent, whatever. But some people can choose not to talk if they don't want to talk. Sometimes the only time I'll see somebody say something is like at the very end of a stream, and it's like, you know, we're fucking playing marbles or something, you know what I mean, and somebody wins marbles. It's like, oh. And then somebody will say something, and it's like, holy shit, you know, this person's actually in the chats. I didn't see them all stream. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying your bank holiday as well. Yeah, I'm certainly enjoying mine. Back to work tomorrow. You know, it's the cruel, harsh reality of life. You know what I mean? For those of us, I've got a full-time job. Phil Burnell, you can't relate to this. Don't worry, Phil. I'm just talking about something that's fucking far outside your field of expertise. Actually, fucking working for a fucking living. So you just pay attention and fucking look at the pretty cars on the corner of your room there while I fucking talk about working and all that shit. But nah. But yeah, back to work tomorrow and back to the gym as well. Go to the gym in the morning as well before work. Make sure I got a strong end to the month, you know what I mean? So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, hopefully I can do the gym all 4 days. Hopefully I can get a strong rally towards the end of the month, and hopefully I can shift a bit more weight, because that's definitely something I need to do. So yeah, here's hoping I can bust my fucking arse and get some fucking some of that fat gone. But anyway, cheers for the super chat. But yeah, I definitely need to fix that fucking super chat thing. I'll do that for the next stream. I won't bother doing it now, don't worry. I'm not going to do a Phil Burnell and fucking try and fix something on the fly and delay shit. Let's get back to the bingo.
So that channel relies on revenue from memberships and from revenue from the streams, okay? Well, the stream made almost nothing. I think there was like 1 or 2 super chats and like a couple tips. It made maybe 20 bucks if that. And it's confusing because people used to like the show and people showed up to the show and people actually engaged with the content. They just didn't support the stream. And, you know, some people said, well, that's because the day before you had an Indies marathon that went really well. I mean, fair enough. That's good. That's a good point. At the same time, the same thing happened last week. And last week I didn't have a marathon the Saturday before. So you got to wonder, is it now a pattern? That's 2 weeks in a row now. And
well, why you can hold on. So let's have a quick recap. Yeah, Warren says it best. He has made $1,000 in tips in the last 3 days. $399 for Street Fighter double whammy. Then $556 on the fucking what do you call it? The fucking Indies marathon. And then 167 yesterday. He has made $1,122 in tips alone in the last 3 fucking days. And yet here he is complaining because the day stream only got $17 for the react stuff. Never mind the fact that the night stream's fucking done so well for him or whatever, you know, and the Indies marathon done incredible for him as well. It's... Oh, for God's sake. It never... So, Phil never... So, you know how Phil's mantra, right? His motto right now is, I want $50 per stream. He aims for $50 per stream. He considers it a successful day for him if he hits at least $50 per stream. Well, within the last 3 days, which will be technically 6 streams worth of days, he's made 1,000. Over 1,000. So technically he's well in the green. Logically speaking anyway, which means he can afford a few slow days here and there. But nah, here he is in fucking full panic mode saying, I don't know if anyone likes React content anymore. No one's giving me money for React content. It's just, well, you are not very entertaining to watch people react to things to. You're not a good reactor. Now, that's not just me being mean for the sake of fucking being mean. Phil Burnell is not good at reacting to things on the fly. Why do you think his fucking live event fucking reacts fell flat? Because he is awful at reacting to things on the fly. He needs time to formulate thoughts, formulate opinions, try and think of what he wants to say, try and script what he wants to fucking say in his fucking dent head of his. Because he lacks the fucking capacity to live react when it's happening in real time. That's just me being brutally honest. And that's not just a Phil Burnell thing, by the way. That's a thing that a lot of people have issues with as well. Not everyone has the fucking ability to live react to things because some people generally need time to formulate opinions. Phil Burnell is one of those kind of people that needs time to think about what he wants to fucking say about the things he's seen. It's just, he is limited in that respect. Well, his React content is just dumpster fire garbage because he lacks the ability to fucking be a good reactor.
If it is going to be a pattern, that's bad, because that means literally the only thing keeping the channel alive is membership. If the membership's winged, then the channel's going to die. And I don't want the channel to die. I've liked doing the React content. In addition, coming up, I'll be doing more reviews. I'm actually going to do a review of these upcoming events, the Xbox Direct.
Who fucking cares?
I believe that The Boys is going to come out with a new season in June, and I'm going to probably do a review of that. I'll probably do it the same way that I did the live night review of the Fallout TV show. I'll probably do a live night review of The Boys Season 4 on that channel. So there's more content coming on that channel, and even further on this year, remember, Julie King is going to do a documentary on me, and I was going to react to a lot of that on that channel too. I need the channel to stay alive, you know? So all I'm going to say is, if you guys...
Fill me up 69 tipped £5. Let's get this chat active, and debate or not if Cat eats it with a spoon and has a brown ring around her mouth.
For the love of God! Ew! No! 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 God, no!
I'm sorry?
I am fully regretting text-to-speech right now, I can tell you that. You guys can debate that if you want. I am just going to move the fuck on. You have fun chat debating that. Me, personally, I'm focusing on bingo.
To stay alive, you know? So all I'm going to say is, if you guys...
Oh, thank you for the tip though, fill me up. 69. You disgusting bugger.
Like that content, please support it, okay? If you can. Alright, just throwing that out there, because I don't want that channel to now go into decline for whatever reason. It's kind of confusing, right? Anyway, you want to talk about a complete flip on that? Last night on the Throwback channel, DSP Throwback, we started Mario and Sonic at the 2012 Olympic Games co-op playthrough Retro React event. It went really well. I mean, we had about between, 200, 300 people for most of the stream. Everyone was engaged. Everyone was laughing their butts off, having fun. Support was great. Like, it was a really genuinely fun, positive stream to the point where we actually ended kind of in the middle of something. There's a board game, kind of mini game thing called the London Party. I know that sounds stupid because I guess Nintendo doesn't know about American meme and culture stuff. But anyway, yeah. So we're in the middle of that, and we ran out of time. And I'm like, oh, dude, we totally got to see how this ends. I don't remember who wins this and stuff. And people were like, yeah, do it again. So next week we're gonna do Mario and Sonic again and see how it goes. If it goes well, we might keep doing it. If not, if we get bored of it, then we could always mix it up and do something different. But man, it went really, really well. Everyone was having a great time. It was great vibes and everything. So good stuff there. Okay. So that was yesterday. Now, to the subject matter at hand. Last night, after I went offline, I booted up my mini PC. I hooked it up and I downloaded the Street Fighter 6 demo. We talked about this.
Oh, God. Oh, for the love of God.
Parallelogram Yosef tipped £1. They cannot feed her with a spoon. The last zookeeper that tried to feed her with the spoon ended up losing his arm. The land well can barely even move, so now they use it too.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Oh, fucking kill me now. Well, right off the back of that tip from Yusuf, we have Prophet saying what? You've never had your salad tossed? Unlucky. Well, no. It's a bit TMI, but no, I've never. No. It's not something I've... no. We'll just leave it there. No, I've never. Oh my god. Well, thank you, Prophet, for the super chat. You know, each to our own and all that jazz. Thank you, Yusuf, for your contribution to the conversation.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Oh, bloody hell. And thank you, Kill Denson, for the super chat as well. It says it is a disaster stream, but and then they'll laugh and all. Yeah, Kill Denson seems to be enjoying a disaster fucking stream. There I fucking go. Oh, fuck me, man. Jesus Christ. Thank you for your input, guys. But I'm trying my best not to imagine Cat consuming anything. Never mind, though, she does with fucking spoons.
That I wanted to test out the demo, and see how Street Fighter 6 would run on the mini PC, because according to online, the stats, the mini PC does not have the required components to run Street Fighter 6. Okay? Well, that's false. It does run on there. Okay? However, here's where we get to the laughing part. I can run Street.
Well, damn it, fucking Prophet is fucking doxing me again, or DDoSing me. Prophet, stop DDoSing me, man. Told you before, man, stop doing it. Trying to do a fucking bingo here, and Prophet's trying to fucking derail his DDoSing. Bald prick. Come on, hold on. Let me try and get it sorted. If I pick this and I go here and I go here, that should be it.
It does run on there. Okay? However, here's where we get to the laughing part. I can run. Street Fighter 6 absolutely runs on my mini PC. It does. But when you have it on everything turned on default, it runs like molasses. It's like slow-mo frame dropping terrible crap. Alright? I spent about a half an hour tweaking it. Alright? Get this. If I turn off all of the effects, okay? If I turn every slider to either normal or low, if I turn off the anti-aliasing, if I turn off the VSync, okay? If I turn off all of the extra features, motion blur, everything, okay? And if I render the game at only 720p, it actually plays the game incredibly smoothly, all right? Now, I don't think it's going to go above 60 frames, which is sad. I wish it did, because that was what I was going for. I was trying to see, can I get the game to render at like 120 hertz? Because that's what everyone is saying. If you can get the game to render at 120 hertz, it'll actually be like an advantage, right? But at 720p, literally everything turned off, okay? It actually was, get this, I'm not kidding you, instant reaction. What do I mean by that? I mean, on my controller, I was pressing jab. And the moment I pressed jab on the controller, it immediately showed up on my TV. It was instantaneous punching. I was like, I couldn't believe it, actually. I was like, wait, what? Like, there's always a little bit of delay. No, the moment I pressed the button, it immediately reacted. And I was like, so literally turning all that shit off makes the game run good. The game looks terrible. Oh my god, it looks awful. The game looks atrociously bad at 720p. With everything turned off, all the background is unrendered pixels and shit. It's really bad. It looks like the game corrupted, basically. It looks like really bad. Duty. It's like someone pooped on your screen. But it runs. It runs well. I was like, what the hell, dude? I couldn't believe it. I was like, so, you know, I get it that they want their game to look visually appealing. But in reality, if they just fucking turned all the bullshit off. And
Phil said reality. First bingo of the game.
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
This little bitch needs smashed back to reality.
I get it that they want their game to look visually appealing, but in reality, if they just fucking turned all the bullshit off and just had the game run with instant reaction, it'd actually be a better game. I think that probably goes for every single fighting game. I almost guarantee it. Okay? But here's the thing.
Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Do we really want to be playing Street Fighter 6 at 720p with every effect off, looking absolutely terribly? No, we don't, obviously, right? I mean, would I win more? Maybe. Maybe I'd have fewer dropped inputs, better reactions, you know? That's the ideal version, basically. What people are saying is PC is the ideal version. And by the way, there is the option to up the refresh rate of the TV, and I did. Like I said, it defaults to 60, but you can up it, and I upped it to 120. So I guess people are saying that the frame rate's capped at 60, but the refresh rate is higher, which means that's probably why I was getting the instant response as I pushed the button, because the refresh rate was so much higher than on the PS5, you know? So And by the way, if you don't know, we actually watched a video of Linus Tech Tips yesterday, and he did a test, and he confirmed something. Even if you are capped at a frame rate, if your layout setup is running at a higher refresh rate or a higher frame rate, even if what you see is capped, you still have better response time. So if I'm playing at 60 frames per second rendered, 60 frames per second display, and I press a button, you get a certain speed. If I'm playing at 300 frames per second rendered, only 60 frames per second displayed, if I press the button, it comes out faster. Yeah, 100% he confirmed this. He tested it with pro players in a video we watched yesterday on my React show, and it confirmed this 100%, without a doubt, empirical scientific evidence that it's better if you have it running on a better setup. So in this
Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
case, I get the feeling that there are people who are playing Street Fighter 6 on PC on better rigs, and they're having this game run better, and they're getting better responses, and it's just because they're playing on PC. While when you're on, you know, a console, you're very limited. Okay. Anyway, so that was my experiment. You know, last night I liked doing it, but at the same time, it is disappointing. It's like, man, if only we had this working. So, you know, if the PC was better. You know, some people have even said if I had a Steam Deck, or if I had one of these ROG Allies. Is it ROG? Is that how you say it? ROG. I don't know if it's ROG Ally or ROG Ally or whatever, but like, yeah, if you had one of those, you actually could play Street Fighter 6 on it. And it just sucks that you got this other mini PC. It's like, well, listen, it was donated. I didn't ask for it. Someone sent it to me out of the kindness of their heart. It wasn't like we were intending to play Street Fighter 6 on the thing. That wasn't the intention of getting this thing. The whole idea was to have more access to PC-centric games. For example, Hades 2 Early Access. Like, that's one that I can play on there at the highest stuff and enjoy, because now I have that mini PC. You see, that's really what it was for. So, you know, please don't take this as me saying, oh, now Phil wants a fucking, a Steam Deck and a ROG Ally. No. Please don't. I'm not asking for anything. You know, people sometimes are just very generous. They come out of nowhere, they offer stuff. And then, I mean, if someone offers me a mini PC, am I gonna say no? Like, no, I'll take it, sure. Now we can do new content. Why wouldn't I accept that, right? But I'm not asking for anything.
Because it's a lot to fucking take from some random. Like, hold on. Look, that is an expensive fucking gift to receive. If absolutely enough. And you're all asking for it. You drop all these massive fucking hints in your stream. And to do this, I need to do this thing, I need that thing, I need this kind of thing, that kind of thing, that kind of thing. You're outright telling your audience what you would like and what you would need and what you would maybe fucking require in the future. And then you can't just sit there and stare at your webcam until someone in your chat fucking says, I wonder if I can get it for Phil Burnell. How do you think you got a fucking updated webcam? How do you think you got an updated capture card? How do you think you got a fucking console from this random denthead? The laptop you use to monitor your fucking chat, the LED lights in your fucking background. Why do you think these things were fucking sent to you? Because you dropped every single massive hint fucking possible, like some sort of fucking child on, you know, at the start of fucking December. Like, oh, also, I really wish I'd have this kind of thing for this fucking occasion or whatever. You know, you dropped all these hints to your demented, deep-pocketed dentheads, and then you act surprised when someone gives you something. You know what would surprise me more than anything else? If Phil Burnell invests in his business rather than fucking waiting for one of his fans to do it for him. Let Phil be the one to fucking use his money that he was given by his deadheads to fucking buy his own fucking PC. Rather than just wait for a fucking fan to send it to him.
I don't want anyone to get an idea, oh, well, now I'm going to buy Phil this and that. No, please. Unless you already had it in your mind that you wanted to do that. You know, no, I don't want people spending money like that, okay?
Oh my god, unless you already have it in your mind. Unless you already have it in your mind, like, okay. So Phil Burnell said that with a goddamn straight face. Like, you know, let's just try and compare. The easiest thing, the simplest thing I can think of doing is comparing the same situation with different people, okay? If I saw somebody offer me a brand new fucking PC, I would tell them to fucking calm the fuck down and don't fucking bother. Use that money for something they want to fucking use to better their own lives. But I was talking about a fucking several $1,000 fucking investment for his business that he's hoping somebody in his community is thinking of investing for him. So yeah, I mean, the natural thing to do, from my perspective anyway, if somebody offered me that kind of thing, I'd be like, no, like, thank you, but you use that money do something nice for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones, whatever. No, you're spending that much money on one person in one go as well. This is a Phil Burnell problem. This is a Phil Burnell issue. It is for Phil Burnell to invest in his own fucking business to try and, you know, make sure his content is entertaining. It shouldn't be the audience's fucking burden and responsibility to try and fucking make sure Phil Burnell has the hardware to fucking provide entertaining content. That is for him to fucking, you know, deal with. That is his problem.
So, I guess for now, for the foreseeable future, we're going to be playing Street Fighter 6 on console. There's nothing I can do about it. All right, I'm stuck on PS5. Okay, now, what I think we're going to do today, when we boot up the PS5 version of Street Fighter 6, there's a few things I want to investigate. Okay, number one, apparently there's an ability in there that says it reduces input latency. Now, I don't know if that works, and I don't know if pro players have ever used it, but I at least want to test it. Like, I'm thinking we should test it. Like, if I can get my button to react faster, I don't know why we wouldn't do that, but I haven't used it yet. It's been in there for a year, and I never gave it a shot, so I think we should mess with that. In addition, there's things in the game, like, for example, motion blur and stuff, and I'm wondering if I disable a few things. Like, let's say I disable motion blur. Does anyone care about motion blur in a fighting game, honestly? Honestly? Maybe I can disable a couple things.
Well, Phil said honestly, which is good for us because it's on the bingo card.
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
This is a very strong fucking card, I must say. Well done, Prophet, you fucking pervert. You picked a good card.
And it might actually make it run a little better, right? I don't know. I mean, I won't know until I try. I mean, I need to try in order to see. So today I want to experiment a bit. We're not just going to run right into online gameplay. I want to mess around with options to see if we mess with tweak a few things, if the game will run better. I can tell you this. I was sitting there with Luke, because it's Luke and Ryu are the two characters you could use in the demo. And on PC, I literally, the moment I pressed jab, the very second that I pressed jab, it jabbed. And I was like, that's instantaneous. That's like, there's zero delay. That's amazing, right? I mean, that's exactly what you want. So can I replicate that on PS5? Or will there always be a tiny bit of delay? Let's mess with that today, okay? Maybe between disabling a few things, messing with it a little bit, it'll end up running better. I don't know. But I won't know until I try, and I think it's time to try. Because if I'm going to seriously move forward playing this game now, Season 2, Year 2, whatever you want to call it, I'm already having tons of problems. Even just playing in a controlled environment against Brian on Friday, I was like, dude, I feel like I'm underwater. It's like, I need to get this fixed. I need to get a handle on this situation. Okay?
Well, he had a yellow bar fucking connection. He had 95 millisecond connection ping or whatever. There was 2 dropped frames. Or rollback fucking frames, whatever you fucking call it. But yeah, you don't usually play players with that connection, Phil. You playing Brian was a very unique one-off experience because his connection to you was far different from the connections you usually play against other people.
So that's what we're going to be working with today. Also today, I'm going to be checking out E-Honda and possibly Zangief. I'm definitely starting with E-Honda. E-Honda's changed dramatically. Okay, they rebuilt this character. Now this character is based on the 100-hand slap, which, I mean, yes, the 100-hand slap was good previously, but now it's like super good. Now it hits more easily. You can combo into the charged 100-hand slap. When I say charged, I mean you need to have that sumo.
Oh, fuck off, you boring prick. I'm going 1.75. It's Street Fighter talk. Forgive me, but I don't want to fucking endure him pig-splaining. Oh, this is why E-Honda's so much better now. He has all his slaps, he has a big spot stomp and all that shit. He goes, boo. Fuck off, Phil.
Most spirit ability enabled. But yeah, you can combo into it from all these different moves. Standing medium punch, standing medium kick, crouching medium kick, low light kick, all combo into it now. So I think that's the strategy now, is to try to get to situations where the opponent thinks maybe they're safe, and then boom, counter hit them with that little mini combo. If you do the beat burn version, it becomes a juggle state, and now you can do a super, or you can finish it with like a butt stomp or whatever. So I actually think that Honda is going to dramatically change with this rebuild that they have done. And so I want to mess with that today. Now Zangief, we already know, is way better. All of his normals have been dramatically improved. And yesterday on my React show, someone had submitted a video of Zangief changes, showcasing that some of his moves are so much better. Like his headbutt, which I just started using, is so much better. You can drive rush and do 2 headbutts in a row and they combo. That's crazy good. You can headbutt. You can headbutt and do different combos with the headbutt now, because they changed the properties. You can now drive rush, low, medium kick, and then combo all after the medium kick. That was not possible. So there's various different things that have been improved that I want to kind of experiment with. But I won't be able to do that until I actually play with Zangief. Man, I'm sorry, I got something in my throat. It's bothering me. Hold on. Sorry, it's the stupid seasonal allergies are really starting to kick in now. So anyway, oh yes, Jasper Kitty is in the room today. He just meowed. Jasper's here.
Who fucking cares?
Someone spied him. They said, I see Jasper's tail. Yes, he's in here. Anyway. So, that's going to be today's daytime stream. We're at least going to mess with some settings to see if we can improve response time in Street Fighter 6, and then we're going to go online and try Honda, if not Zangief, but we'll do at least one, okay? Tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it's the conclusion of Hellblade 2. Right, Jasper Kitty? Yes, Hellblade 2 concludes tonight on the late stream. I'm excited to see how it ends. I actually, I had mixed feelings about it last week when we played it for the 6.5 hours that I played it on release day.
And I'm very tempted to count that as a creepy whisper.
Tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it's the conclusion of Hellblade 2.
This shit here. But he's it's like, it's a weird one. It is creepy. And it is technically whispering. But, I don't know. Do you guys think... I'll let you guys decide. Is that a creepy whisper, what he's fucking doing with his cat right there, or no?
Right, just kidding. Yes, Hellblade 2 concludes tonight on the late stream. I'm excited to see how it ends. I actually, I had mixed feelings about it last week when we played it for the 6.5 hours that I played it on release day. But, I want to see it end, and then I will let you know what I think truly. Right, Jasper? Right, buddy? He never meows.
Shut up, bitch!
He only meows when he's like down on the ground. Okay, so that's today. Tomorrow, it's the premiere of Multiverses. The real game releases tomorrow, and I'm actually excited to try out new characters. Like, I want to try Jason Voorhees and Agent Smith, and I want to mess around with characters that I used to like Bugs Bunny and Batman and Velma. Remember, I really liked the game a year and a half ago when I was playing it in the summer of 2022. But now that it's a full release, I'm curious to see what other content it has. Is it just multiplayer? Does it have other modes? Right? Like, what's in it? I want to see. So tomorrow we'll be playing Multiverses on the first stream and checking it out. Okay. And then tomorrow night, late stream, will be Fallout 4 returning. Yes, we will have a late night stream of Fallout 4 on Tuesday night. That should be very fun. Right, buddy? And
nope.
I'm excited to continue that chill playthrough with all of you. Now, Wednesday is up in the air, and what I mean by that is we can do whatever we want on Wednesday. We could be playing more Fallout 4. We could do another stream of Multiverses. We could do Street Fighter 6. Like, I want to kind of leave Wednesday open to be a combination of those 3 games. I'm just not sure what. I guess it really depends on how tomorrow goes. Like, how well received will Multiverses be? Will people be happy to see Fallout 4 back, right? So we'll talk about, we'll figure it out based off tomorrow's streams, and then we'll pick what we're going to do on Wednesday, okay? Now, starting next week, we have some interesting options, okay? I told you guys.
Oh, your options are fucking push. I'm going to go back to 1.5 speed because he's finished with Street Fighter Talk and he's going a little bit fast.
That, in regards to the indie games that I played on Saturday, 3 of them are possible for playthroughs. First of all, Hades 2 Early Access. I loved Hades 2. I want to play it more. Some people are on the fence about me continuing it now because they feel it's unfinished. Well, people are saying there's at least 15 to 20 hours of content in the game. I really like the game. I want to play it. So if I already bought it, which I did, I already got $40 early access. I don't think that I should not play it, you know? But in addition to that, Noita was a really cool game that probably would be fun for a late night stream, 2 hours of trying to do survival runs. And the same thing, Stardew Valley. Seems like it would be a really cool late night chill game where we do stuff. So for me, like, I see all these games that we try, like, man, I want to get some of these into the rotation too. So next week will be interesting as we try to figure out what exactly it is that we want to do. Maybe we're going to have like a new schedule established starting next week based on all these different games. Okay? Sound good? I hope so. I hope there's variety of stuff in this.
Oh, Phil said sound good, and that's also got another role completed.
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
Tell you what, this bingo card is robust as all hell. Bloody hell. So yeah, we have 1 free space already, thanks to Phil snorting 14 times already.
New stuff now is exciting to all of you. Keep in mind, the really big thing coming out is going to be the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC for Elden Ring, which is coming out on June 21st, and that I will be covering very extensively. I mean, I love Elden Ring. I can't wait to play the DLC. Right, Jasper Boy? You want to play it too? You want to watch me play it?
Shut up, bitch!
So I can't wait for that in late June, and that's the big one that everyone's excited for, and of course we're hyping up. But we have 3 weeks, right? Before then, we got events going on. Like I said, there's going to be the Xbox Digital Showcase, the Summer Game Fest, and stuff like that I'll be covering. So there's going to be a lot of content to cover before we get to Elden Ring, okay?
Who fucking cares?
What build am I going with the Elden Ring DLC? We're just going to start with the magic build that I had for my second run, but then what we're going to do is change it once we start getting the weapons. Like when we start finding new weapons in the DLC, I want to respect to use them. You know, some of them, there's going to be unique weapons in this DLC that are going to stand out, and I want to give them a try. So there you go. Okay. So that's what's going on now. Something else that I want to talk about. Pretty amazing. There was a tournament called Combo Breaker that just took place during this past weekend. And the reason that this tournament was notable.
Oh god, more Street Fighter Talk. I'm going back to 1.75 speed. I'm going back to 1.75. There's more Street Fighter Talk.
Is because this was the very first major tournament to be held after this big release balance patch of Akuma and everyone being rebalanced in Street Fighter 6. So everyone was watching this thing, wondering who's going to win, who's going to do well. Okay, like people were very excited to see the results. Well, top 2. Second place goes to Luke. That's not very different. But the winner was El Chicote, who plays exclusively Lily. And I've actually, while I was playing Lily in the last year, I actually did watch videos from El Chicote to learn various things about Lily and her build and stuff. And I'm happy I did. I learned a lot while doing that. And he's a great player. And let me just put it this way. When I'm watching El Chicote play Lily, what I'm realizing is, essentially, he's kind of the equivalent to Snake Eyes playing Zangief, okay? What do I mean? I mean, he's playing literally the worst character, or arguably the worst character in the game. We don't know. I think still there's not even an agreement on who's the actual worst in Street Fighter 6, okay? Now, with these balance changes, we actually don't know how better she is. I can tell you this. Some of her normals and things have been improved. For example, her standing light kick and her standing light punch were both buffed, okay? So for hit strings and stuff, when you're near an enemy, they're going to stuff a lot better. Also, they actually made Lily's hitboxes better. For example, there used to be a glitch that her standing hitbox could be hit weirdly. It was too wide or something, so they fixed it. So that's just a couple things maybe they tweaked to make the character better. But in general, El Chicote is good because he's good. He's not good because he picked an overpowered character and he learned a rushdown pattern. He's good because he's a fucking great player like Snake Eyes. He's picking one of the worst characters in the game, and he's learning every matchup, and he's learning situations where he can, get through stuff and succeed. And when you watch this guy play, you gotta understand something. He is always the underdog. He's literally always the underdog of any matchup in this game. And the fact that he just won a major stands, a huge testament to the guy's skill level. That you have to give major props to someone who goes the distance in a major tournament with one of the worst characters in the game. Even if you can argue, oh, but they rebalanced the game and maybe she's better now. It doesn't matter. She's still known as one of the worst. They didn't give her a gun, and she doesn't pull it out and snipe everyone and insta-kill them from across the screen. She's still a really tough character to use, okay? So, man, incredibly respectable. I saw the final match of how he outplayed Luke, and what's funny is I watch it, I'm like, that's pretty much exactly, how to play Lily. I've utilized some of the strategies that he uses. I use some of them. Not all of them. He definitely is much better than me. I mean, holy shit. But, I'm watching, like, yeah, that's what I would try to do. I would try to stick out that low fierce punch, combo it, I would try to push Luke into the corner with OD Condor Spires. Look at that.
I love how Phil's fucking talking here, like, he got his fucking tips and tricks anyway, not shit, for that character from this guy. So when Phil's like watching this guy play the game, and he does a combo that he recognises, and Phil's like, oh, that's what I would do. Well, no fucking shit, Sherlock, because who do you think you fucking studied in the first place to fucking do that very fucking thing? Is it not? This is not. So Phil's trying to fucking make it sound like, oh, I'm doing what the fucking pros are fucking doing, and as if he's fucking doing something good himself. Look, it's like, look, anyone can kick a fucking football, okay? But there's only fucking one Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. You know what I mean? Looks like just because you can fucking do, I've done the same move a fucking pro done. I'm as good as them. No, you fucking no. Calm the fuck down, stay in your fucking lane, and know your fucking role.
Opportunity to blow through what he's doing, and if he's played it solid. He's a solid play, won the whole event, which is really cool to see someone go the distance with the worst character. It really is, okay? So anyway, congrats to him. That's a huge win. It's a huge thing. It inspires me to try to use Lily further, because now you know what's going to happen, because he won with Lily. Everyone's going to try to use Lily now. You're going to see this big pattern of everyone trying Lily. Because remember, Lily's one of the least used characters in the game. Like, you look at statistics, she's like way at the bottom. Like, almost no one ever picks her. So now you're going to probably see a boost of people picking Lily, because they saw El Chicote win this tournament, right? So it'll be interesting to see more of them online today, probably. But yeah, so outside of that, I was looking, I didn't really see much else in the game news department whatsoever. So what I'll do, I have a couple quick shout outs to do, and then I guess we'll figure out what we want to do for the rest of the show. I don't know if I'm in the mood for suggestion box today, or if we could just chill and do some Q&A or whatever, we'll see. Let's do shout outs though. So our first super chat of the day is from Coffee Lover, all right? Thank you, Coffee Lover, a $5 super chat, and he says, not much, but get some coffee on me. Thank you very much to Coffee Lover for the first super chat of the day. I appreciate that. And I received a first tip of the day is a $5 tip from Big Mac. Now let's see if this works, because I think this should work, hopefully without much difficulty. Save changes. I don't remember changing it. Save changes. Okay. Alright, cool. So basically, with these animations, I had to do...
Oh my god! What's up?
Thank you very much to Warren for a super chat, who says, but I watched a big game. I mean, it's just... why does... Here's another thing. Here is another thing, right? Just give me a think. Mr. I have no free time. Mr. I've got no time to fucking do this for my business or that for my fucking business. This guy claims he has no free time in the fucking world to do anything he wants to fucking do because he's such a busy boy all the fucking time. He randomly had a few hours free to watch some Street Fighter event after he was finished streaming. How did Mr. No Free Time have the time to watch a tournament for Street Fighter? Riddle me that one, man. Riddle me that. How the fuck did he fucking find the time for that? I don't know. Me thinks that Phil Burnell lies about being a busy boy all the fucking time.
Alright, cool. So basically, with these animations, I had to do a few changes recently. They spell this big? Oh, 2 G's. And I apologize, my streams this last week may have had some delay of trying to get animations up, and you didn't notice the text is changing and stuff. They changed everything about the service and basically redesigned the screens and redesigned everything. So I basically had to like reload in all the information and everything. So a little annoyance, but it's not a big deal. Actually, I think that looks nice with the colored text and the bigger, bolder text now anyway. So anyway, thank you, Big Mac. First of the day, he said thank you for everything that you do. You are greatly, much welcome there, Big Mac. Okay, so that's where we are now. I will say this, guys, as you know, I'm a full-time live streamer. I make my living on the streams, right? Thank you to all of you who hang out and chill with me today. We're back to gameplay, all right? Full day of gameplay. Street Fighter 6, tweaking, testing, and going online and trying my new builds today. Tonight, the conclusion of Hellblade 2. So great day of gameplay streaming. If you like the content, please support it if you can. There's many ways you can do that. You can like the stream and engage with me in the chat. If you watch these videos on demand, you can like the videos and leave comments on them for engagement on YouTube on demand. You can do a super chat. You can do a super sticker. If you're here live. You can do a super thanks on a video after the fact if you're watching on demand. Or you could become a member of the channel and get a bunch of benefits. Get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you're a supporter and many other benefits as well. You could give some memberships to the community. Right now, with the big variety of games that I'll be playing, the new stuff coming up, good opportunity to help out the community by gifting. A lot of people would probably take advantage of that and really enjoy that. Tips. Tips obviously are a great way to help. Every time that I stream, I try to hit a good basic goal of $50 in tips. And if I...
So, Phil said helps, which is good for us.
Burger.
There we go.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
Ah, for fuck me. The begments. It never changes.
Really enjoy that. Tips. Tips obviously are a great way to help. Every time that I stream, I try to hit a good basic goal of $50 in tips. And if I hit that goal, I consider that a successful and positive stream. So please consider tipping today if you like the content. If we exceed that, then we have actually goals in place where I do some silly things. Now, today's Street Fighter 6. Likely once I get into...
Please, Phil, make sure it's crystal fucking clear. There is no hat or vest for Street Fighter. You make sure you fucking make that perfectly crystal clear right fucking now to your dumbass denthead audience. That way they can't fucking complain about a bait and switch this time.
Content. If we exceed that, then we have actually goals in place where I do some silly things. Now, today's Street Fighter 6. Likely once I get into the online gameplay, I'll probably put on the air conditioning. Right now I have it on fan. I shouldn't turn it on all day yesterday, which was nice. Today I'll probably have to turn it on because I'm playing Street Fighter. I always get heated when I do. Yes, likely I will do perks today because just so you know, on the last couple of days when I played Street Fighter, I didn't do them. Like I didn't do the hat and I didn't do the vest because I was very heated. I was trying to learn Akuma. I was getting frustrated with the game online. It was driving me nuts, and I got upset. And I was like, I can't do those things. They're too distracting. I'm gonna be sweating. Today, it's definitely gonna be a lot more laid back. I'm using characters that I'm used to using, and even though they're gonna be different, I'm still there's no pressure today. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to push a character to master or anything like that. It's way more laid back. So if we do hit goals,
isn't he playing casual mode as well, like some sort of fucking prick, like pussy ass bitch he is? He's playing casual mode with these guys because he's too scared to go into ranked mode straight away with these rebalanced fighters of his. Oh, the fucking benevolence and fucking he's going to fucking put on a hat, guys, if you give him money. All he needs is $100 fucking from you, and he'll wear a hat even like Street Fighter. The benevolence.
Today for tips, I will honor them, whether it's a hat or a vest or whatever it would be. Okay, there you go. All right, so thank you in advance to anyone who supports the stream today. I really, really appreciate that. All right, thank you very much. Okay, guys, very briefly, I've used the bathroom. It hit me right in the middle of the stream, and I'm like,
holy shit. He goes to the bathroom before he starts fucking doing the podcast. He can't even last an hour.
Pause the recording right now so I can do that. So all I'm gonna do is mute the mic, run and use the bathroom, and I'll be right back, and then we'll continue with the podcast. In the meantime, think of some questions you want to ask me. But I know usually I don't do this in the middle of the podcast, but it hit me like, oh god. So I'll be right back. Okay, cool.
Well, there he goes. I guess we can fucking fast forward. Yeah, so I wasn't sure. Him talking about his AC, is that weather talk, or is that just him fucking saying? I mean, is that enough for weather talk? He's not really talking about the weather. He's just talking about himself being warm, which is kind of different from weather talk, in my opinion. I don't know. To me, the AC thing isn't weather talk. He needs to actually talk about how hot it is outside. You know what I mean? Or if it's raining outside, he needs to actually mention some aspect of the weather for it to count as weather talk. That's my interpretation of it. Him just saying I need to turn the AC on without any other context, I don't think counts. I'm fast forwarding, and he's still. Here he goes. So let's watch him swoop back in.
That's much better. Okay, you guys ready to continue? Sorry about the delay. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm back. I had a little break there. I was watching on demand. You didn't notice it. All right, what would you guys like to talk about for the remainder of today's show? Let's see what people want to chat about. Please tag me in the chat. Let's see what are the hot topics that are on your mind today. Let's find out. I'm right here. Couple glimpses. I just got here. Where's Phil? I'm right here.
Who fucking cares?
What's going on, Jade?
Burger.
You feeling good today? I'm glad to hear that. We're feeling good. Jasper's on the floor here relaxing. You him? He just looked up at me. And yeah, we're ready to tweak Street Fighter 6 today to try to make it run better and to try to have a less stressful of a day. We'll see. But I think coding is a future-proof career. I know nothing about it. Why are you asking me that? If I were to get a gaming PC, seeing you build on stream would be great content. I would never, ever build a PC again. That's something that I haven't done for 20 years. I don't know anything about modern components. I would absolutely pay someone to build me a PC. I would not be doing it myself. I'd be really stupid. What's up, Game Boy? Good to see you today. How you doing? Big says
So to me, it seems incredible to think of Phil paying somebody anything to do something for him. Mister, I won't pay my editors or whatever because I need that money. Is willing to pay someone money to build my PC. Fuck me, man.
I've never seen a door with a doorknob in the center like that before. What are you talking about? A door with a doorknob in the center? Where have you guys seen a door with a doorknob in the center?
Right behind Phil, because that's how it looks. So, as you can see from Phil's, so this looks like a doorknob bang dead center here. It's just the way this fucking closet operates. But yeah, to the people watching Phil's stream, this looks like the fucking doorknob is bang dead middle of this door. But it's kind of one of those kind of strange folded closet doors. I guess the viewer is not aware. So I can't wait for Phil to go clown moding it and demonstrate the fucking door opening and closing.
I think that does exist. I have seen it like a movie or something, but I've never seen a door like that in real life. My closet. Oh, over here. This is not. These aren't doorknobs. These are sliding doors. Okay. So for example, these are two sliding doors left and right. So when I grab this and I pull it, it slides left. That's not a doorknob. It's just a little thing you pull the closet door open with. See? And this side, same thing. I pull it out and it slides open this to the right. That's not. It's not a standard door that you turn and open a door. It's not like that. Am I ready for some fights today? Yeah, you know, I'm actually excited for Honda. I think Honda may actually be improved. I thought at first these changes were going to nerf Honda. I actually think the changes to Honda may make him better. If you can constantly try to combo into hands and the hands are good damage and set up other things, I think Honda will improve, and I want to try that today. So that's the goal. What's for dinner tonight? Oh, I don't know. So, you know, my wife's gonna make something fast, so it's probably gonna be like a salad or hot dog.
I'm counting that as
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning. Those are something quick, you know, nothing crazy. Especially today. Oh my god, she's probably gonna be so stressed out after working today on Memorial Day. So I have no idea what Shroot Farms is, so I can't answer that question. I don't know if it's supposed to be some meme or something. Have I ever given carpentry a try, like making a cabinet or a custom door? Myself, no. When I was younger, my dad would do some carpentry around our house, and I would help him with stuff. You know, I know how to hammer a nail, I know how to saw. It's basic stuff, it's nothing advanced, but anything that has to do with like calculations and angles and power tools and shit, no, he never let me use that stuff. Is Cal feeling better? Somewhat. She's not 100%, but I mean, it is what it is. We're adults, you gotta tough through stuff, so she is at work today. I've never seen The Office. I've seen very little of The American Office. Very, very little. I watched the entirety of the British Office because it was only one season. But I only saw maybe a few episodes of The American Office. Thank you, Dark Souls Master. Good morning to you. Did I watch the Monaco Grand Prix? Of course. I was riveted every moment. I don't watch. I'm not into racing, just so everyone knows. I'm really not into racing or anything like that. I never really was. So I'm not into cars or anything like that. You're never going to hear me be interested in any kind of a driving event or anything like that. Jeff, you want to go in? Oh, is the door stuck? Oh, it's not stuck. It's blocked. Oh, go in this way. There you go. Go in that way. Oh, let's see here. What's my most memorable game? Blech. Wow, I can't even read. What's my most memorable game in terms of story? Oh, man. There's been a lot of really good stories in video games, right? I mean, obviously, you could argue the Fallout series, probably New Vegas, probably being one of the best of that. Original Mass Effect 1 had a superb story. BioShock 1 had a superb story. Dragon Quest 11 had a really good story that had 2 completely different parts to it. That was really neat. It was like 2 games in one. I mean, I could sit here all day and mention good game stories, you know? Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 4, excuse me, Final Fantasy 4 and 6 is what I meant to say. Not 3 and 4. 4 and 6. Sorry about that. No, I'm not.
Who fucking cares?
You're watching Sly 4? Cool. You're watching my Sly 4 playthrough? I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Generation Z says, I hope future DLC characters like Kage and Fei Long will make it to Street Fighter 6. Do you agree? You know, I don't know. I don't know who I want Street Fighter 6. We're a year into it now, right? I feel like I can answer this question better because people were asking me like early on, who do you want as DLC characters? And I kept saying, new characters. Give me new characters, right? Now it's funny. You take a look at the last year. I actually think Rashid and Akuma are the 2 DLC characters I like. Aki and Ed are well, Aki's brand new and I actually don't like her at all. And then Ed is semi-new because he's just a redesign. He doesn't play like he did in Street Fighter 5. And I don't really like him either. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I think now I prefer classic characters. So maybe I do want to see like Balrog and Vega and Sagat. And maybe I do want to see, you know, Fei Long and maybe some alpha characters like Sakura come in. I don't know. You know who I want? Rose. I want Rose. Was Rose even in Street Fighter 5? I don't think she was, right? I want Rose back. I liked her in Street Fighter 4. She kind of sucked, but I want Rose to come back. Imagine Rose drive rushing and doing all her different stuff. She was in Street Fighter 5? I didn't even know Rose was in Street Fighter 5. She was? I didn't know that.
And this guy claims to be a fucking expert in Street Fighter. Just let that sink in. This guy claims to be a fucking walking encyclopedia of Street Fighter knowledge.
She came in way late into the game? Oh, I didn't even know that. I completely ignored Street Fighter 5 for most of its life cycle, so I don't even know who was in it after the fact. What about Elena coming back? If Elena comes back, they gotta redesign her. Like, in Street Fighter 3, she's very interesting, but again, everyone in Street Fighter 3 is based off this parry system. Street Fighter 4, they brought her in, I didn't like her at all. I thought she sucked in Street Fighter 4. So she would need a whole character retooling. Kind of like, I guess, how Ed had one. I guess they'd have to do the same thing with her. Papa Smurf for Oro. Well, see, Yuri and they had Street Fighter 5, so I would probably want Oro back. I would want characters who weren't in Street Fighter 5 to be in Street Fighter 6. Tunic, you know, I've heard about Tunic, and I heard that it's pretty good. Some people say that it's kind of like Zelda, but I've never played Tunic, so I can't really attest to it. Close the closet now. If I could see a game from the PS2 Xbox era get an HD remake, what would it be? I can't answer that because I did not play many games during the PS2 and original Xbox era. I was heavily into competitive Street Fighter, and that was my focus. Mostly, I only owned those consoles to play Street Fighter games. So I don't really have lots of exposure. In fact, those have been some of the games that I played, the remakes or modern HD upgraded versions of those, and those have been some of the playthroughs that people have really been excited to see me do as I became a YouTuber, because I was completely ignorant of that era of gaming, you know? So I actually cannot even say whether or not, you know, any of those games would be good in a modern setting if I want to see them. Are you serious? Oro was in Street Fighter 5? He was? See? I literally did not follow that game after, like, the Season 1 update, which was what? Sagat was in it, right? Like, I played Sagat. After that, I never followed the game again. I have no idea who's in that game. I have no clue. I just, like, I act like I didn't exist. I just didn't like it at all. I really hated Street Fighter 5. Anso Kamara says, easiest way to describe Tunic, or simplest way to describe Tunic, Zelda Cross Souls-like with an extremely unique presentation and game structure. Sheesh. When did I first start playing Street Fighter 6? When it came out. Last year, I've been playing it for a straight year, pretty much. I took a couple months off there in, like, January, February to play Tekken, but then I got back into it. How were the reacts last night? Okay, if you guys missed the Mario and Sonic Retro React last night, you really missed out, okay? The Mario and Sonic Retro React was super duper fun. That playthrough, as I knew, is comedy gold. It's 3 guys competing against each other in this silly Olympic game. It's so much fun. And you know, we're now in a part, like, first we just started doing random events, but then we did this game that's called London Party, where it's like this open world of London, and you run around and run into NPCs and do challenges and mini games. It's kind of like Mario Party combined with other stuff, and it's really good. It's just so much fun. You have to check it out. And another thing, so check out those videos. Part 1 is currently live over on DSP Throwback, and there'll be a new part live for the next 4 days. It's really good stuff, and we're doing it again next Sunday. And then, if you missed out on Friday Night Fights, on Friday, a special video has been made. All right? My editors got to work, and they did this video. It's my perspective and Brian's perspective playing Street Fighter 6 against each other. And it's the same gameplay, but it's us doing each commentary. And it's very unique. You can hear me saying stuff, him saying stuff. He's trying to give me advice on things I'm doing wrong or doing too much. And vice versa, I'm reacting to what he's doing and actually venting some frustrations about me dropping moves and combos and having lag and stuff like that. It's very unique. I've literally never watched a video like that before. And I started watching it last night. I was like, this is great. This is fascinating content. I loved it. I would like to do more of these. So perhaps we will. I'll probably talk to Brian this week and see if he's interested about doing another lobby, because I think the lobby went well and we learned a lot. Keep playing each other like that. Oh, let's see here.
Not that I'm trying to farm likes or anything, but if we hit 100 likes, we've won bingo. I'm just saying, guys, if we get 100 likes, it's a free space, and that confirms bingo, because we've got 2 free spaces ready for snorters. So this could be done very fucking quickly if we hit 100 likes. No pressure or anything, but yeah, the ball's on your court. Or Phil can just do one of these fucking things.
Kermit says, the throwback was great last night. Enjoyed seeing you, you know, being so happy back in the day. Yeah, it was very nice back then. It's like I said, to me, to have...
Oh, no, Phil. You said you were depressed as fuck back in the fucking day. I was talking about the fucking time you were drinking like non-stop and all that crap, and you were, you know, drinking yourself into some sort of drunken stupor or whatever. Don't you fucking pretend all of a sudden you're the happiest you ever were back in the fucking day. Because that's meant to be current day. Current day, Phil, is meant to be the happiest you've ever fucking been. But then you fucking remind your audience of fucking your gameplay from fucking, like, you know, over a decade ago or some pish, where you're actually genuinely having fun with people that don't fucking hate you. And you're fucking like looking back on that shit. Phil, you were happier back in the past. Don't even pretend otherwise.
Enjoyed seeing you, you know, being so happy back in the day. Yeah, it was very nice back then. It's like I said, to me, to have a guy like John come over every Saturday, and for us to just play a silly game together. It didn't matter what game it was, because half the time it wasn't even a serious game. It was just a mess around game. And we're just genuinely having fun together. And just think about this. You're hanging out with your friend, and you're having a great time. Oh, by the way, you just happen to record it, and now you make $1,000.
And by the way, you had to pay him to come along. Like, it feels kind of weird just to pay somebody to come to you. Kind of makes me think that, you know, if you didn't give them the fuel money, they wouldn't have bothered their arse. You know?
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much to Cal Denson for the super chat, who says 12 more likes, guys, for the fallen soldiers. Yeah, guys, 100 likes and the bingo's over. And yeah, Steve touches on a point there. That is a problem. So Phil saying this is exactly the fucking problem with that friendship.
And it's like I said, to me, to have a guy like John come over every Saturday, and for us to just play a silly game together. It didn't matter what game it was, because half the time it wasn't even a serious game. It was just a mess around game. And we're just genuinely having fun together. And just think about this. You're hanging out with your friend, and you're having a great time. Oh, by the way, you just happen to record it, and now you make $1,000.
You made the $1,000, and all you cared about, Phil, was fucking making money from them. And as Steve, elaborates on, it's not the hanging out that's the issue. It's the recording it for money part. Anytime Howard and Rambo called your ass after you moved away and they wanted to catch up with you, you immediately fucking turned the conversation into trying to make a fucking video with those two. They wanted to fucking catch up with a friend. You wanted to monetize from their fucking presence. Because they brought the entertainment factor of you. They basically made your shit better because you're a boring fuck. You ruined that friendship because you exploited their fucking good nature. Of, they thought they were your fucking friends. No, you were using them for fucking personal financial gain. Now, was Phil Burnell not aware of this? So I was watching Brandwood streaming all around. Brandwood was streaming like fucking 11 hours straight. You know what I mean? And he was going over the fucking documentary that Phil was watching and reacting to. So Phil watched a Howard and Rambo documentary and he had his own little reaction responses and all that shit to what they were saying. And Phil generally didn't seem to understand that he wasn't aware that trying to monetize your fucking friends was a bad thing. Like, Phil was the one that was fucking making bank from this, you know what I mean? He had to fucking like throw John like fucking some petrol money or whatever just to fucking make a trip because he moves far away. It was like fucking like 3 hours, well, I think it was like a 3-hour journey for John Rambo to go to Phil Burnell. A 3-hour journey, I think it was. I think that's total. I think that's like, go there and back. I think that was right. But Jesus Christ, man. But yeah, Phil only cared about the bottom line, about the money. Phil's main concern was, how can I fucking turn this situation into me making money? That's all he fucking cared about. It's all he fucking desired. He prioritised money over friends. And then when a friend said, we've had enough of this, Phil didn't seem to understand.
That's what it was like back then. It was wild. Like, wow. Yeah, it just worked like that. I think Jasper just left. I think he just took off. Yurichi says, I'm starting to watch last night's reaction. I'm having good laughs. Keep in mind something. If you become a channel member on the DSP Throwback channel, you have instant access to that stream. You could watch the entire thing without having to wait for the week to pass and see a new video each day. You get it all right now. So it's an incentive to become a member. Please consider becoming a member to support the channel, right?
Nope.
Noble Shadow once asked, what are your thoughts on Street Fighter Cross Tekken? I had a blast with it. When it first came out, it reminded me of Capcom vs. SNK 2, which is a great fighting game. Okay, it kind of played similarly to that, I would argue. The difference is that, sadly, as the game developed, it was found to be not only incredibly unbalanced, but that game flopped because Capcom tried to rip off the customer. That when they sold that game, there was a ton of finished characters on the game disc that they price locked. You had to pay DLC to play with them. It didn't make sense. Like, wait a minute. I bought the game. The character's on the game disc. Why do I have to pay you more money to play with the character that's on this disc I bought? Right? So people didn't like that, and the game got panned, and within a few months, no one ever played it again. I feel like if it didn't have that controversy around it, it might have done better. I also heard there was something with this gems system in the game that made it really bad. People didn't like this gem system. I don't know, because I didn't even play it long enough to see the gem system in action. So I can't really say much about it. I think it was an interesting premise. It was kind of a cursed idea. It just never worked. I mean, think of it this way. There was supposed to be Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and then there was supposed to be Tekken Cross Street Fighter. They were supposed to actually do both, but because Street Fighter Cross Tekken was so hated, Bandai Namco dropped the idea of doing Tekken Cross Street Fighter, and instead they just had Akuma as a guest character in Tekken 7, and that also was a huge hated thing. Everyone hated having Akuma in Street Fighter, or excuse me, Akuma in Tekken, saying he was overpowered and shouldn't be in the game. So it was like, everything about that collab went wrong. Like, literally everything about that collab ruined, just destroyed it. Pretty funny. Okay, I received a tip. Lawo tipped me $12.18. I don't know what the significance of that. It sounds like a currency conversion. It says, can you sing Ready For It by Taylor Swift? No. I literally don't know what any Taylor Swift songs sound like. I would never listen to Taylor Swift. So I can't sing it because I don't know it at all. I don't listen to the radio either. Like, I don't listen to pop music on the radio, so I would never have had exposure to that song. So I can't sing it. But I appreciate the tip. Thank you for that. And let me tell you, if I have my way, I hope I will never hear that song. If I can prevent myself from being exposed to that song for the rest of my life, I think I'd be all the better for it. Yurichi says, do you miss doing midnight releases by either getting the game at the store or playing the game when it unlocks at midnight? You know, there was an element of hype when midnight releases were a thing, right? To be, you know, this is the absolute first, earliest moment that people can actually play this game. And here I am playing it with an audience, whether it was coming home and recording right away and uploading those videos to YouTube immediately, or when I became a live streamer, streaming that experience.
Who
but as you see,
fucking
over the last
cares?
decade, that has just completely gone away. People get the game, every game early. this balance patch for Street Fighter, people had it early. We're streaming it before anyone else had it. Any new game, people have it early. Whole playthroughs up on YouTube early. Streams are up early. I've already explained about this system, how much it's changed in the last decade, that these special snowflake gamers, who are essentially not gamers, they are shills, they are representatives who are there to say that a game is good, make no bones about it. I mean, you had a contract literally stating that for this Marvel game. What was it called? I forgot what it's called, but the new Marvel game that plays like Overwatch. Like, even in the early contracts of people getting access to it early, it said right in it, you can't say anything negative about the game, and then they had to scroll back and say, oh, we screwed up, right? But anyway, yeah, like, there's so many people who are just paid shills that everyone sees early. So there's no point doing a midnight release when the game is already on the internet. There's no more feeling when a game comes out at midnight that we can all collectively now play it at midnight launch together. It doesn't exist. That feeling's been killed by the industry being essentially greedy and trying to get marketing out there. Insanely positive marketing for every game early has really destroyed the idea of a midnight simultaneous release. So that's why I don't care about them anymore. When games come out, I just play them on the release day. I just play it, my usual stream time. Why do anything late? The last time I did a midnight release, no one cared. There was actually very few people on the midnight stream. They're like, game's already out, no big deal. So.
Right, okay, we have 100 likes, guys, which means we have a full house bingo. I just wanted Phil to fucking finish that point you was fucking making, as dumb as it fucking was. But guys, we have one bingo. First of all, of course, let us fucking play the Bubbles animation thanks to you guys hitting 100 likes. Remember, keep an eye on the bottom right for Jasper to do his thing.
There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice.
Let this little prick fly up in the sky, and then Jasper. Oh, come on. Good cat. That's such a fucking good cat. Now, obviously, that's our third free space of the game, and we have free spaces left, so naturally...
Burger.
Full house? Oh boy. How exciting. Anyway.
Cool. So guys, we have one bingo. But apparently there's a fucking unhinged, bizarre microphone rant that Phil has. But the lovely thing is, we don't have to fucking worry about that. We've won bingo, which means we're going to add $25 to the bingo prize fund. So we're now at 425 buckaroos. God, we're actually... We have the potential, if we get a full house tomorrow, Wednesday, and fucking Friday, we might have a bingo prize fund of $500. It's a possibility. We're 1 for 1 so far. Let's see what fucking tomorrow brings, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I assume Phil's on his break right now.
Oh, Spirit Charge, right?
No, he's still doing his podcast. He's still doing the fucking podcast. So I guess he had a fucking piss break already, technically. You know, he had to go super urgently or whatever. Prophet, how long ago was it that Phil had his microphone rant? How long was it, would you say? Would it have been like 5 minutes or so? Because I actually want to check out briefly this fucking microphone rant he has.
And it has no input delay at all. When I press the button, see, I just stretch my legs. That's one thing.
So I am behind Phil now by about 11 minutes or so. Probably said it was like 10 minutes ago. So I'm kind of curious what this fucking rant is, okay? The beautiful thing is, though, we can now skip around. We've won bingo. We know the pressure of bingo's over. But I want to see what this bizarre rant is all about.
It's like they say, well, you know, I studied for an hour and I'm going to go play video games. No, don't do that. Because that's the trick. That's what's going to get you so distracted. You're not going to want to go back.
Is it before or after this, Prophet? Since you've seen the future, is it before or after this?
Brain's going to go in another direction, right? You got to keep your brain on track. Absorbing.
Fucking bitch.
Thank you very much to Brightside Dylan for the super chat, who says, "What's up, man? What are your thoughts on Nick Ricata becoming the next DSP being just as awful as Phil?" I mean, look, it's a messed up situation from the things I've seen. I've not explored too much into it. Like, most people that know me knows I don't actually look into too much into what other lolcows are doing. I don't really keep tabs on Boogie or RTU or Wings and all that shit. So I've seen bits and pieces of what Nick has done. And, you know, from what I've seen so far, it does seem quite fucked up. But obviously, you know, it's just let the facts come out, whatever. But yeah, it's just, I don't know what the fuck happened to them. They went from fucking being just a random YouTube lawyer to fucking messing about with drugs, and they're fucking having these kind of weird, I don't know what the fuck's going on, you know? It is fucking baffling to me. But yeah, I personally don't usually look too much into other lolcows. For me, Phil Burnell's my one and only lolcow. I'm loyal. Phil's my one and only lolcow I'll stay loyal to and fucking pay most attention to, you know what I mean? I won't see what, you know, RTU is doing or whatever, or fucking Wings or whatever. That weird little fucking prick that fucking has bizarre streams. Who's that weird looking creature? It looks like he's I can't even mind what his fucking name is, but he looks like a fucking nutter. But yeah, that can explain a whole bunch of them, to be fair. But yeah, in terms of being just as awful as Phil, whatever, that's an interesting... It's Cyrix, yes, I'm thinking of fucking Cyrix, yeah, or King Cobra, right, whatever. Those are those as well. In terms of, like, Phil was awful in his own way. Like, Phil Burnell is not a murderer. Phil Burnell, as far as we're aware anyway, hasn't meddled about with, he hasn't got involved in drugs or whatever. Why is Phil Burnell awful? Because they're an absolute cunt of a human being who exploits the gullible, the mentally impaired for his own personal financial gain. He has his own reasons and level of being awful. And it's debatable on if Nick doing what he's done or what's alleged to have done, is that better or worse than what Phil has done, if that makes sense. It's like different kinds of levels of awful. So basically it's up to you to interpret whether it's worse than Phil or not. You know what I mean? And yeah, if the things I'm hearing about Nick are true, then yeah, that's definitely worse than Phil. Especially if, you know, if kids are suffering, especially, that is definitely fucked up. But as I said, you know, we don't know the full facts of the situation yet. But if rumours are to be believed, then that's definitely worse. That's my take. But then again, as I said, I don't know much about it at all. But cheers for the super chat.
Mode, right? That's my recommendation anyway. I think that's what happens. A lot of people just can't. They don't have the discipline to actually sit somewhere and do something that they don't want to do, right? They don't. They're like, I don't want to do this, so I'll force myself to start doing it, but I don't want to do it, so I'll get up and I'll walk away and I'll get distracted and never go back to it, right?
Well, let's just fast forward this shit until I get to the microphone thing.
Sure? No.
What is this microphone thing?
Ever thought about becoming a singer? It's fun doing Mario and Sonic. So.
Where's this rant about microphones?
Someone tipped $1, but I think they missed the first segment of today's show. They said, I want you to bring up a couple of things before you try Street Fighter 6 on your mini PC. First, I need you to make sure your TV is actually able to display higher than 60 Hz. It does. I'm for sure. I know it goes at least 120. That wouldn't be a setting to spec of the TV itself. Second, you'd have to go into the display settings of the mini PC and adjust it to a higher refresh rate, or it won't display higher than 60 frames. I'm aware of that as well. And I think the mini PC is displaying higher than that. But I would have to confirm that. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. Like I told you, it doesn't matter. You missed the first segment of today's podcast. I tested it last night. The only way to get Street Fighter 6 to run on my mini PC is to literally turn off every single setting to low or normal and to run at 720p. And it has no input delay at all. But the game will better reaction, you know. Turn off VSync. See, we could, but then we're probably gonna have screen tearing. If I turn off VSync, we segment of the variable thing. And I feel like.
Where's this microphone rant that promised me?
Iron Man the Power says, I got a soundtrack for Street Fighter 6. I got the Street Fighter Alpha Warriors Dream soundtrack. It's good. Alpha and Alpha 2 soundtracks, and some tracks from Alpha 3 are good. The entire Third Strike soundtrack is good. Some tracks I like from Second Impact. I don't really like the Street Fighter 3 bass soundtrack. And Street Fighter 2 I like, of course, and remixes. So there's a lot of good songs you can buy for it now. And so now I'm not listening.
Prophet, you lied to me. Where's this microphone rant?
Alpha 3 is top 3 in the series for OST. There's some tracks I like in Alpha 3 and others I absolutely hate. So it's mixed.
Such a boring fucking Q&A segment. Is Phil still streaming? Like, or is he doing his fucking break? He's about to go on break. Wow, fucking hurry for that. Phil's going on fucking break. Fuck me, man. Like, apparently, I can't find this fucking thing. We can't find this apparent mind-blowing microphone segment, pitch or whatever. I'm sure if it's something, you know, quite ridiculous, I'm sure it was somebody would have clipped it, and we'll get to fucking see it at some point. I think I'm going to start to wrap things up, guys. We're actually fucking wrapping up quite nice and early. We've won bingo. Bingo was successful. We won full house thanks to Prophet and his perverted number of 69 to pick on the card. So yeah, let's just fucking go to our otters. Where are my otters? Go to live DSP live stream. Where the fuck are my otters? I demand otters now. They had one fucking job to just be cute and help us detoxify from Phil's bullshit shenanigans, and they're no fucking there. Fuck's sake. Damn it, little fuckers. I'm going to find a different otter stream. There. You wee bastards. Forced me to fucking go to another fucking otter stream. Went all the way to Monterey Bay instead for our fucking fill of otters. There we go. And these fuckers are on strike. There we go. We got our fucking otters in the end. I went to Monterey Bay instead. Fucking ready for that. Guys, I am going to wrap things up there nice and early indeed. But yeah, I've got a full house. We're all good. This live stream is going to redirect to Pizza stream. He is restreaming Phil's Street Fighter shenanigans. Take my word for it, guys. It is a wonderful time usually on PC streams. If you've never experienced it before, I would highly recommend it. I will probably be in there myself in the chat just to have a good time and enjoy it with everyone else. So yeah, this will live redirect to Pizza Pieces and restream, and I'll see you guys in there if you want to join me for some Street Fighter shenanigans and fun and all that jazz. But guys, as I said, thank you very much for being here for the bingo. And this was, I know it was a shorter one today, which I'm perfectly happy with because it means we've fucking got a card done and dusted super early. You know, we're all grand, you know what I mean? We can all just peace out now, we can just fucking do whatever. I can get ready for work tomorrow and get to sleep at a good time and all that jazz. Is fantastic stuff indeed. Oh, Planet Side says, that reminds me, I was walking the dog by the beach the other day and a family of otters came up to hang out for a bit. Very robust experience. That sounds pretty fucking cool. I'd like to think that dogs and otters would naturally get on well. You know what I mean? I'd like to think that, you know. That sounds like a very cool fucking thing to experience, that's for damn sure. But yeah guys, as I said, thank you very much for joining me for some bingo antics today. I will be back tomorrow for some more bingo antics and hopefully we can try and get another full house and build up that bingo prize fund even fucking more. But yeah guys, thank you very much for joining me. I do hope you all enjoyed your Monday, whatever you ended up doing, and enjoy the rest of your Monday. And I'll catch you all tomorrow for some more bingo, but until then guys, I'm going to end how it always ends, by playing Notorious PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. So yeah, remember, I'm going to live redirect people towards Pizza stream. I'll see you in there if you want, but if I don't see you in there, I'll see you tomorrow for some more bingo antics. Until then, goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.